Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is the 250 subscriber special. Before we start, thank you guys for 250 subscribers. I never thought I'd get this in only 9 months. Look, I had another channel, which is called Mr. Do 2010. I made it when I was like 10. And that reached not even 100 subscribers in 2 years. So I never thought that this channel would get 250 in 9 months. So just thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Well, for this video we're going to be doing the future of the solar system. So what's going to happen in the future, in the next few billion years as the solar system ends? Well, let's get into it. The first thing that's going to be happening is the sun's going to get a little bigger. Okay, so first let's go into a few 100 million years into the future. So I think the first thing that's really major that's going to happen is add rings. The first thing that's going to happen is that Saturn is going to lose its rings. So yeah, Saturn has lost its rings now. So Saturn just kind of looks dull, little beige ball of gas in the sky now. No real point looking at it. And also, if we add the moon to Earth, add the moon, something else is going to happen is that the moon is going to be going further away. So the moon's slowly going to go further away until its orbital period is a bit less than a year, and I think around here the last solar eclipse will happen because the moon will be too small in the sky to cover up the sun anymore. So if we can just make the moon come around again as you can see, the sun's already affecting the moon quite a bit. So yeah, eventually the moon isn't really going to make it anymore, and it will fly off. Keep in mind we're still not even a billion years into the future. It's maybe half a billion. So the moon is gone. Maybe a billion actually. So the moon is gone, but that is also paired with some other stuff happening, like Mars losing a moon as well. So another thing that's going to happen to Mars. Slow down time a lot here because these two move pretty fast. Phobos is going to crash into Mars or get ripped apart. For Universe Sandbox's sake, we're crashing it into Mars. So it's going to be, its orbital period is going to crash down quite a bit. So now, at this point, Mars would probably be in trouble. So it goes down, till it's around here, then it'll start to rip up, but we're just going to go here because asteroids don't really want to rip up in Universe Sandbox. And now that it's inside Mars' atmosphere, it crashes into Mars and sends a huge plume of dust. Maybe it'd be cooler to watch it from Deimos. You will be able to see that Mars has been impacted by Phobos. Just remember, Phobos is like 13 kilometers wide, so it would make a pretty large impact. Look at that. Little speckles of fire all over the planet. So now the Martian system will look like this. And something else that might happen is Mars might get a little faint set of rings. So let's add those in. You know, order. What does order ring do? Alright, let's see. Which one would be the best one to use? Charik or outer and change it up a bit. And add ring. So Mars might have a little bit of a ring now. So that ring looks really bad, but it was worth a shot. Still some more stuff happening. And let's see some more stuff that's gonna happen. Next thing is going to be Triton is going to crash into Neptune. So if we add the moons to Neptune real quick. Add moon's planet. We see Triton here. It orbits the wrong way around Neptune. You can see everything's orbiting this way and Triton decides to orbit the other way. That makes astronomers think it's a captured dwarf planet, and it has slowly been going into Neptune ever so slightly, and in the next few 100 million years it will first it's gonna mess up a few of the inner moons if it could, but you can see how close it is. It's like it's messing the orbits up quite a bit. So Proteus there probably would be in danger at this point, around a day, but we're still gonna go further. But this one is actually gonna die due to Roche limit, so you might be able to see the huge explosion. Let's put it onto new studio, directional light, flashlight. Yeah, flashlight. Okay, now it will slowly move inwards until it is at the Roche limit. You can see it is at the Roche limit due to the abrupt stop of moons. And around now it's gonna start. Yeah. Gonna start. And it's gone. Gone, and all that's left is a little cloud of dust orbiting Neptune. So maybe some rings, like more rings. And yeah, that's what happens. Let's move on to a billion years into the future. So the Earth and the Moon, they've been separated. Mars has collided with its moon Phobos, creating a ring, and Neptune has collided, and Triton has collided with Neptune. So yeah, it's quite a lot going on in the next billion years. Oh, and also the Andromeda Galaxy is coming closer, which is pretty fun. Radius. So the radius of the sun is now going to be around like this, around 20% bigger. So it's going to be 20% bigger and a bit brighter. So yeah, let's do like maybe, yeah, like 15% brighter. So as you can see now, the Earth is still in the habitable zone, but it will be heating up. Heating up soon. Let's see how Mars is. Yeah, I think there's a reason why it's lagging a bit. Is it because of Neptune's like gas clouds? You know? Control G. Is that no, it's not because of the gas clouds. That's fine. We'll figure it out later. But now, as you can see, Venus is going into the death zone, as I like to call it, just completely black. There's nothing, there's no saving you then. And the Earth, as you can see, it's heating up. I forgot that we can't really go fast. The Earth is heating up to around 20 degrees, let's say. While that's happening, let's move on to some other stuff, like the Great Red Spot. So since Galileo discovered the Great Red Spot, it's been getting smaller. So it used to be around this big, the red part of it, and it's been getting smaller. It's been getting smaller over the last few hundred years. So astronomers believe that it will completely disappear after it will completely disappear after a bit of time. Okay, let's just stop. Yeah, it's just gonna completely disappear after a certain amount of time. Just throw a laser at it, never mind then. The Great Red Spot has not disappeared after a certain amount of time. So let's launch Mars at it. Rotations in the ring. So we're on Mars, it's a Great Red Spot. Yeah. They're now there. So the Great Red Spot, pretend that's destroyed. So that's gonna be what happens. And from now on, it's usually just stuff that's going on with the sun. So let's move on to maybe 1.5 billion years into the future. Now that the sun's reached now that the sun is starting to grow old, like maybe a 60-year-old now, it starts to deteriorate. So it is growing a bit. Getting a bit hotter. Earth is in the middle of the habitable zone, but for humans it needs to be somewhere on like the outer edge. And now, as you can see, the climate's gonna heat up, so any real remaining humans would need to hope that Antarctica's gonna be melting. The ice shelves will start to melt at an accelerated rate if humanity hasn't already done that by then. And the Earth reaches 20 degrees of an average temperature. I'll put see, it's gonna be like 40 degrees in Australia. See, the equator is going to be an average of 40 degrees, which is pretty bad. And I'm gonna be putting the temperature of the Earth up there for the next bit of time. Alright, so now we go on to 2 billion years from now. Now it's been 7 billion years the sun's been alive, so it's definitely starting to ramp up a bit. See, it's going to be around 2.5 times bigger, and it's going to be a lot brighter. It's going to be like 3 times brighter. Oh, it's going to be growing. Right. See, now life can't be supported. Can't really be supported anymore. You can see that Australia is going to be around 100 degrees, and Antarctica is -25, which I think is the coldest it's ever been. Now you can see that the ice shelves have almost completely melted because it's gone into the positives. Oh wow. There's nothing left. This is winter, by the way. This is winter. Wait, is the Earth like losing material? Look at that. Vegetation is gone. And the Earth has just become a wasteland now. The oceans will probably start to boil at this point. All life will be gone. And yet the sun will continuously get bigger. And Venus will continuously get more pain. The sun will probably inflict the most pain on Venus because it's already at 490 degrees. So Venus is in almost in the heat of the death zone now. Earth is in the red zone, too hot for life, as you can see. And now let's move on to 3 billion years in the future. Now let's just go to the end. So 3.5 to 4 billion years in the future. The sun starts to ramp up even more. It goes to starts fluctuating a bit. So fluctuating a bit. It's there. And you can see it's starting to so the luminosity starts to go a bit. You can see that it is really, ramping up a lot. It's 30 degrees. The Earth is probably completely out of ice. Well, apparently there's ice still on the Earth at this temperature, but not really sure if that's normal or not. Maybe a few things survive, but I don't know, I wouldn't really say that's a survival, really. So let's add something. So right now, the composition of the Earth, see it's a gas or a plasma. So the oceans have just completely boiled over now, so let's make that kind of apocalyptic. And the atmosphere. Where's the atmosphere? Where's the atmosphere? Atmosphere mass, it's going to be quite quite a bit hot. I mean, quite a bit more thick. The Earth is turning into modern day Venus now, so. And the atmospheric density is going to be completely over the top. So yeah, the Earth is just done for now. There's nothing that's gonna happen to it but pain. Venus, it's glowing, and it looks pretty sad. Right now the atmosphere is going away on Venus. You'll start to see its bare surface. Kind of looks better without the. Looks better with the bare surface, and it looks worse with the bare surface. Venus losing its atmosphere. Volcanoes probably start erupting again, and the mantle spills itself out onto the surface. Yeah, it's 100 degrees in Antarctica instead of negative 100. That isn't good. Oh, Antarctica reaches like 300 degrees. 400 degrees max. But now let's go to 4 billion years in the future. There's nothing really left. Now as the mass starts to go down, the mass will start to go down. This is because the sun starts turning its hydrogen into helium, and it kind of loses. It might lose some atoms. It might lose some energy in the process, and also it kind of puffs a bit out into space, getting ready for the grand finale, which is going to be in 1 billion years. So it starts, and now the grand show starts. Let's leave it at 50. Yeah, so the sun starts skyrocketing, and this goes to around 50, and skyrockets really fast. And now the sun has turned into a red giant, 100 times more luminous. Venus is probably the first one to completely go, and yeah, the Earth isn't really. The Earth is now turning into Venus 1 billion years ago from here. That's actually kind of sad. By this point, we're probably relocated to Jupiter, but we're gonna have to relocate to like Uranus or something. Never mind then. As you can see, that we're gonna have to relocate to like Titan or something at this point, and even from Titan, the sun's gonna look huge. So Mercury, it's gonna be the first one to completely disintegrate, as you can see. And take a guess as to how. That's right, it's gonna get devoured by the sun. So now, this is a few million years a second, and this is the point where Mercury has been annihilated. But the sun will keep on going. It doesn't care. Next comes Venus, but we're also going to be like bringing up its temperature by a lot. So it's going to be a complete red giant now. It's around 2,000 degrees, so. And it's gonna lose a bit more mass, you know, being. So now orbits are unstable on top of all this. It's really, really bad time for the solar system or any sort of species that wants to live here. It's losing a lot of stuff. It's... See, by now, interstellar travel would be the only option. There's really nothing we can do. Saturn's out of the picture. It's too hot. Uranus and Neptune are completely out of the picture. So there's nothing really left. Venus is going to... Venus was born hot. Venus was born hot and it's gonna die hot. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. So this is the end, really, of everything. Oh yeah, and also something else that's gonna happen is I'll just go to another simulation real quick. Let's save. The end. And open up a new one around this time as well. It's going to be something that's gonna happen, you know. And Milky Way is going to be colliding with the Andromeda Galaxy, which would be which you would think would be the end of the sun, but no, it isn't. It's actually just going to be, let's increase the velocity of it by a bit. Okay, so yeah, I don't know what happened to the Andromeda Galaxy, but it's gonna be coming in fast, and it's about double the size, so. And they're gonna be colliding, so Universe Sandbox has a better one that you can do. I think the Milky Way and the Andromeda. Yeah, Milky Way and Andromeda Galaxy collision. They've actually used the right physics for this one. Let's wait for it to load. And this is what might happen. The galaxies merge. All the stars get scattered around everywhere. Our sun, let's say it's around here, it, you know, starts flying around, and the orbits get pretty crazy. Yeah, so that's gonna happen. In the meantime, let's open up the end. So now that the sun has, now that we've witnessed the end of the Milky Way, it's gonna become pretty large. So now the sun, perfect music for this as well. It's gonna, completely die. It's gonna be about 1,000 times more luminous. It's gonna keep on getting larger until it's also gonna keep on, it's gonna get larger and larger until it reaches where Earth would be if it hadn't lost mass. And in this situation, it's also going to be eating up the Earth, apparently. So, let's do that. And let's watch the Earth get devoured. Earth, say goodbye to the Earth. Never mind then, it's gonna be... Okay, this is now completely unrealistic. Alright, hello again. I had to cut the video because annoying things happened. Very annoying things, and I'm just gonna need to reload this thing because I did something wrong there. The sun would not explode. So it's just gonna be like this now. Nothing else is gonna happen to the solar system. We're gonna lock this mass, and this is what's meant to happen. So we're meant to do it in a few hours a second. As you can see, the sun starts going up fast, yep. The Earth starts boiling, Mercury's gone, Venus is gone. And around here, the sun just kind of gives up, puffs out, and the rest is just done. There's nothing really left of the solar system, and that's the end. So this is what's gonna happen after the end of the solar system, but there's still some more. So if we just reload this again, there is going to be some more. So the sun is going to start like really shrinking. It's going to shrink to around the size of the Earth. We've got a little smaller. We're going to do it around the size of the Earth for now. And it's going to be, kind of hot. See? It's going to be kind of hot. And this is where the end of the solar system will be. Oh yeah, again. Mercury and Venus are gone. And yeah, this is what will be left of the solar system. Just a dead little star around the size of the Earth that is going to be slowly but surely fading away to nothingness. It's going to become a yellow dwarf and an orange dwarf, then a red dwarf, I think, and it's going to slowly, this is over trillions of years, and then eventually it's just going to be, cold enough to touch. Not really. And yeah, the solar system freezes. This is the this is the end, really. I know it's kind of depressing that the Earth's going to be 2,000 degrees and it's going to be negative 200, but negative 200, yeah, it's going to be around that. But, well, you know, this is the end, so it's fine. Well, thank you for watching the 250 subscriber special, and I will see you next week. Bye.